Hello everyone. Today we are in the workshop 4.3. If you have not watched the workshop 4.1 and 4.2, please make sure to go and watch it. Otherwise, you will not have a continuation here. In this workshop, we are going to be doing hands-on demo on this black box, which is the user account agent. So this is the independent agent we are going to build. This will have three action groups: the get user profile, list accounts, get account balance. Each of the profile will have a link to one Lambda function, and that Lambda function will access the database to read the questions. So that is what we are going to be doing in this. Let us go and do the hands-on demo. So now we are in the AWS console in the Lambda screen. Before we do this Lambda, we have to do certain operation in order to prepare the work what we need to access the Postgres library. So in order to do that, we are going to go to the Cloud Shell and do certain commands like this, what you are doing it. So copy this command, make directory. We are going to be doing certain commands in the Cloud Shell. So come here and click that icon. The Cloud Shell will get open. And then click that button to make the screen bigger. So let us type in the pw present working directory. Let us see what is there. It's all default. There's nothing there. So let us paste that command what we did, which is a make directory. So it's going to make a directory. We are going to go inside the directory, and then we are looking at it. There's nothing there, obviously. So now we are going to copy this command. Essentially, it is going to install a Postgres native libraries which we require for Lambda to access the database. So that installed it. So now we are going to do the command touch Lambda function command in order to create one empty Python program. Okay, so everything is ready now. I think we are going to do zip now. Copy this command. So you're going to create a zip file for all these things, whatever you see in the screen. So the zip file is ready now. pg8000.zip, which is in the red color. Now we're going to download this file to our local laptop. In order to do that, let's look at the path. What is the path of this directory? Let's put a pwd and copy that path. And then click actions, click download file, paste the path /pg8000.zip, which is the zip file which we just created. And then let's click download button. So at this time, it is downloading to my laptop, and then from the download screen, I copied into my directory wherever I want it to be. So it is copied here. So this is what I'm going to be using when I create the Lambda functions. At this time, the Cloud Shell work is over. We can exit and close it out. Now we are back in Lambda screen. Here we are going to click create function, and we are going to create our first Lambda function whose name is get account balance. And runtime, we're going to do Python 3.12. And then if you scroll down, the default execution role, we will create a new role, which is a default. Additional configuration, we are not going to be doing anything different here. Take the default and create function. So now the function is created. So let us upload the zip file which we just created. So click the upload button and go to the local laptop and select the zip file which we just created and click save. So essentially we are bringing that zip file from our local laptop into AWS cloud into Lambda here. So now that zip file is showing up in the left side panel. That lambda function.python is blank because we created an empty file. Essentially, we're going to copy our file from the GitHub here. So this is a lambda program. Select all, copy this, and then come back to lambda and paste it here. And then click deploy button. So if you scroll up, let us see what this does. So this is a connect statement. It is going to connect. Essentially, there are 4 parameters which we will create as environment variables in a minute. And then the next line is the SQL statement, which is connecting to the database. Essentially, it is reading the table. And then the rest of the statements is all the usual stuff. Once it reads, it needs to process. Not process, we are not doing any process. Basically, we are just sending it back to Bedrock. That's all to it. Nothing big deal, not a big deal. So essentially, it's a very simple program. Let us click the configuration tab. We are going to do certain things. Click the permissions and then scroll down and click add permissions. What we are going to be doing is we are going to grant Bedrock to access this lambda, right? When the Bedrock calls this is access. So choose the AWS service, and in the service choose the other. In the statement ID, we can type in anything we want. It doesn't matter. Just put some thing here. I'm just putting GAB statement. And then principal, we have to tell what is the principal this is going to be called from. It's actually bedrock.amazonaws.com. The source ARN, this is the agent ARN, right? In the Bedrock, we're going to be calling from one agent this lambda. Which agent is going to be calling? So we will put that ARN here. So we are clicking save. It is not saving because we need the agent ARN. Let us go to the agent and then copy the ARN. We don't have any agent now. Let us create one. We are clicking the create agent. And the agent name, what we are going to be typing is called agent1 underscore user account. That will be the first agent we are going to create inside the Bedrock. Do not enable this box. Description, we will leave it optional. Click the create button. So agent is created now. So let us change the model to Amazon Nova Micro on demand. Click apply. Scroll down. The instructions for the agent. So this is a very important instructions. This is a prompt. So let us find that prompt. This is a file which is in the GitHub. We're going to copy the prompt. This is 4 lines are the prompt. We are telling what this agent needs to do. That is what it says. We're going to copy this and bring it back to Bedrock and we'll paste it there. And then if you scroll down the action group, we're going to click some. So if you look at this prompt, it is doing 3 functions: user details, list accounts, and show account balances. And in the additional settings, we are going to leave it as a default. We are not going to change anything. And idle session timeout also we're going to leave it default. And the action group, we are going to click the add button. The first action group, we are going to, let us find the name of the first action group. Let's go to the lambda function. and then I will have some action group name there. The first Lambda function is get account balance. Let's scroll down all the way down. We just want the name. I want to be consistent. Let's make sure to put the reasonable name, which is a get account balance. Copy that and then come back and paste it. So that will be the first action group name. Description, we are going to leave it as optional. Select that button. In the Lambda, select an existing Lambda function and choose the one which we just created. We saved it halfway through. We'll have to go back and complete it, but this is the Lambda which we just created. So this is the one we just created. We will have to go back and complete it. Click this button, scroll down. We are going to be deleting the default one. This is the OpenAPI schema. This has got two formats, YAML and JSON. We will delete the default one. Choose the JSON because our files are in JSON format. Go to the GitHub and we're going to scroll, find the file and then copy from there. So this is the JSON file. Select all and copy it. Come back here and paste it. So the importance of the OpenAPI schema, it defines the contract between the agent and your API. The agent needs to know what API endpoints exist and what parameters they require and what responses looks like. This OpenAPI schema gives structured definition of the API, the methods, the path, request, response. Without it, agent would not know how to call your backend. Not only that, this API gives much safer, more predictable interactions. It really separates what to do from how to do. We as a developer, you as a developer, you provide the schema once. The LLM does not need to learn from your API. It just follows the schema. If your API changes, you update the schema instead of retraining the model. So that is how this API is important. So let us go and see what we have inside this specific API schema. So if you look at it, there is a path for account balance. That is very important. And then if you're looking for parameters, let us scroll down. You see the parameter account ID. That is the one which is a required parameter. The limit, the next parameter is an optional because if you look at the line 31, it says the required is only for account ID. So that is how this API schema is constructed. With that, let us go and click the create button. And we are clicking save and then click the save and exit. Let us click the edit again one more time. We just want to make sure whatever we did is looking good. Click the action group one more time. Let's go and see where whatever we did is saved properly. Scroll down. All right. So that's all we need. Click cancel because we didn't edit anything. And let's copy this agent ARN because this is why we came here to get the ARN. Agent is created, ARN is available. Copy that ARN, come back to Lambda and paste it, and then click save. So at this point, we have the permission for Bedrock to access Lambda. That's what it is. Let's click the environment variables here. Essentially, we are going to click 4 times. Essentially, 4 environment variables we are going to create. Whatever you have copied earlier when you created the database, please paste it here. Password I am showing here blank because I don't want to show my password, but essentially I'm going to put the password and click save. You need to put your password and click save. Do not leave it blank. If you leave it blank, it will not work. Next, let's click the VPC one. Here, click the edit. So choose the VPC, which is the default only one we have. The subnet, we are going to choose the 1A. Okay, so this is where I'm going to choose the AZ, where we created the RDS earlier, right? So you need to store somewhere and make sure to choose that. And the security group, we are going to choose the default. That's the only one available. Now this will grant, click save. This will grant Lambda permission to access the RDS. That's what it is. Now click the general configuration. We are going to edit and increase the timeout to 1 minute and 3 seconds because 3 seconds will not get it done. So we have to increase more than 3 seconds. That is what we did. We clicked save. Now go to GitHub and copy this JSON. This is JSON we are going to be using for testing the Lambda because the Lambda function is ready. Click the test tab and scroll down and paste this JSON. Erase the one which is already existing, paste the one which you just copied from GitHub, and then put some event name and then save it. Put some event name, any name is okay. Click save button. So now we can go ahead and test the unit testing of the Lambda. Let us click the test button. So let us expand the details and see. Looks like it is able to connect to the database and it brought the account balance for the account 4. Essentially this test JSON says, okay, show me the account balance for 4. That's what it is. So that means this Lambda function is working. It is able to read the Postgres RDS and it's able to bring the data. Now let us go and check the accounts table to see the account 4 balance is what. So that is what the account balance, and it is matching here. So that confirms the Lambda function is working successfully. Now let us go to the agent and let us test the agent here. Now click the save button and then save and exit. Now let us click the prepare button. This will prepare it for testing. So the prepare is successfully done. Now it is time to test. Before we test, let us see what question we want to give. Go to the client and we want to find out the account ID 1's balance, which is what, 12,050, not 12,000, it's 12,050 cents. So that is what the balance. Let us type in and see if it can answer our question. Okay, very good. It said 12,050 cents, which matches with what we see in the database. That confirms the first action group is ready under this agent. It is time to create the second action group, which means we have to create the second Lambda function. Let us go and find the second Lambda function, which is going to be a list accounts. So let us go to the GitHub and look at this program. This is what we are going to be doing it. Let us copy that and then come back here and click the create function and then paste the name what we copied it, and we are going to choose the Python 312, and then we're going to do the same thing similar to what we did for the other functions before. So nothing different. We are going to scroll down and click create function. So the Lambda is created now. Let us delete the one what is created by default and then click the upload from zip file. Click the upload button again Go and select the pg8000 zip file and come here and click save. So at this time, let us copy the Lambda function from the GitHub. Copy, come back and paste it. And then click the deploy function. Let us see what this function does. So it is basically list accounts function. This is going to list account for a given account ID, not the account ID, for a given user ID. So if you scroll down, that is the connection parameters. SQL query, what it's going to read the table. That's all to it. Nothing fancy here, just one read. That is it. So let us go and click the configuration. We are going to be doing exactly similar to what we did, increasing the timeout. So whatever you guys did for the first Lambda function, we are going to do everything exactly the same. Do not worry about it. In case if I go faster here, all you need is just look at the first one and do the same thing. You'll be fine because the agent name is the same thing here. Nothing will be different. Everything will be same as long as the agent is same. Click save. Click the environment variables. Same thing here, guys. I'm not going to show everything, but do everything like what you did earlier. Make sure to put the password and click save. And then let's go to the VPC. Click VPC, click edit. Choose the default VPC and subnets. Choose the 1A. That's where we install the Postgres. Security group, the default one. And then we are going to click and save. Let us click deploy. So at this time, Lambda is ready. Let's go to the agent. We are clicking edit agent. Go to the account, go to the action group and click edit. And then come to GitHub. Let us create the action group. The second action group we are going to be creating is list accounts. Put the name list accounts and description we are going to leave it optional. Define with API schema. Scroll down. We're going to choose the select existing Lambda function here. The one which we just created, which is the list accounts. Scroll down and click the define via inline schema editor. And we're going to do similar like what we did earlier. We're going to delete this JSON. And then we will go to GitHub and then copy this JSON. If you scroll up, a list accounts, the fifth one. Select all, copy, and then come back to the agent and then paste it here. So it is doing one parameter here, user ID. The second parameter is an optional because that's what you see the line number 31. So let us scroll down and click the create button. Click save and then click save and exit. And it's time to prepare the agent. Let's click the prepare. So let us type in the question what we want to type in. I am doing spelling mistake. Let's see whether it's smart to run. It did. So we are looking for account of user ID 1 and this is what the answer it shows. Let us go and take a look at the database. 12,000, 34,000, and 2,000. So that is the first three accounts of the user ID one. Let's put the screen, the split screen. If you match the first three, that matches exactly with what we have. So that means it's working. Also, earlier I was, if you scroll up, earlier I was running for account 2. If you scroll up a little bit, the account 2, that also we can see the row number 4, 5, and 6. That number is also matching at this time. So that means the second action group, list accounts action group, is working fine. It is time to go to the third action group, which means third Lambda. Let us go and create now. So now we are in the Lambda menu. Let us click the create function. Go to GitHub and then scroll, and the function name is get user by ID. That is the next Lambda we're going to be creating. Copy the name, come to Lambda, let's paste the name, and then the rest of the parameters we do the same thing like what we did for other things, Python 3.12, and then scroll down, and then we are going to click create function. Click create function. So the default program, we're going to delete it. Then click upload from zip file. We're going to upload the zip file from what we have in our laptop, pg8000.zip. Click here and save. So let us go to GitHub and select this content, copy it. Let's paste it here. And then click deploy function. Okay, successfully updated. Let's take a look at it, what this function does. It is to get the user profile by user ID. So when you pass the user ID, it's going to tell the profile of user, right? All the names, but this is a connection string. But if you scroll down, it is essentially is going to bring the user ID, full name, email, phone number, create date from the users table. That's all to it. Nothing fancy about it. Just a one read. That is it. So this Lambda function is ready. I think it's time to go and do the configuration parameters similar to what we did. I'm going to skip this, guys, so make sure to go to configuration and do those four things, right? What is the four things? Timeout, permissions, environment variables, and VPC. Do that similar to what we did, and then click save. I'm not going to show now. So if you scroll down, let's scroll down to make sure. Let's copy this string, get user by ID. Let's go to the agent and start creating the third action group. That's what we want to do. So go to the action group and click add. Let's put the name, get user by ID, and the rest of them are all usual stuff. There's nothing fancy here. Select that button and select the existing Lambda, whichever we created, which is it. Get user by ID. Scroll down and select that. Scroll down, delete this. And then go to GitHub and then copy the JSON. Scroll up. Yeah, third one, yes, that is the one. And then we're going to select all, right click, copy, come back, paste it here. So it is going to pass that one user ID. The limit is an optional. User ID is the required parameter here. Click create button. So now the action group is ready. Let's make sure to select the model. Model I've selected Nova Micro. Let's make sure to click save and exit. So let's go to the GitHub and select this file, and we are going to copy the JSON test JSON to test the Lambda function. Come to the Lambda test tab and then erase the JSON what is there by default, paste it here. Essentially we're going to test for user ID 7, that's what it is. And before that, let's go and check the database for users. Query for users, user ID 7. The name of the user is Orion Zafar, and that's email, that is the telephone number, what they have, and the creation date. So this is the profile which we wanted to see the results in the Lambda when we run this test. So let us scroll up and save this event as E1 and then click save button, and then let us click the test. So now let us click the test and see what is the results. If you look at this answer, it did return the Orion Zephyr of the user profile, which is the right answer. So at this time the code is ready, the Lambda is working. It's time to save the agent, save and exit the agent, time to prepare the agent, and we should be able to test the agent. Let's scroll up and prepare it. The prepare is a little tricky, hidden. You got to scroll up and click the prepare button. So what is the question we are going to type in? Let's go to the database and look at, let's pick one user, row number 12. Let's pick this row number 12, Cosmo Ray. Okay, so it needs to return Cosmo Ray. Let's type in 12 and see whether it can return Cosmo Ray. If it does return Cosmo Ray, that is the right answer. Okay, the user 12 return Cosmo Ray, which is good. So at this time, the Lambda is good, the agent is good, the action group good. So at this time we can declare the agent 1 user account is fully tested. And if you scroll down, let us see, let's click edit to just summarize what we did. If you scroll down now, we created 3 action groups, and each action group is linked to one Lambda function, and each Lambda function is linked to the database. That's how we were able to successfully retrieve the data what we need. So at this time, the agent 1 user account is complete and ready. Let us go to the next phase of building the agent 2 transactions.